Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll take you up to well before the top of the hour because we want to give you enough time to get those bits in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time is give you live free sports picks from the primetime games. And to do that, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a look at who'll be on the show for today. We got Mitch in the house today, James Clark, Chris Ruffolo serve as co-host, Shane Mickle in the center square today, and Shorr is joining us, as is McMordie, Joe DeMico, and Ninos. Here's the lineup for the show. Here's how they'll line up: Clark, DeMico, McMordie, Shorr, Mickle, Ninos, Ruffolo, Mitch, and then I will close this one out. All right, Chris, how you doing today? Did you have meetings today with Baltimore?
I had them on my fantasy roster, so that shaped out pretty good for me. But you know what? Fantasy doesn't put money in our pockets, so I think we're going to have to do some work and put in some winners tonight. So I'm ready to get started.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and go. We're going to get started here, giving you a nice little break. We worked it hard the last two shows without a break, so you got two today. We're going to go over to Skype here and welcome James Clark to the Drive-Thru. James, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you, Tony?
I'm doing great, doing great. All right, let's take a look at this one. Interesting game here with the Hawks here hosting the Suns. Suns on the back-to-back are going to lay a point. Total sits here at 228.5.
Yeah, you know, Tony, if you look at this, you know, Atlanta is getting healthy. Yeah, and getting their team pretty much close to full strength. Yeah, and the Suns, they've been playing good. You know, they've won their last 5 games. You know, they're trying to stay ahead of in the Western Conference. They're trying to stay number 1. You know, they play tonight, you know, and the Jazz play tonight. So that's the reason why I'm going with the Suns, the -1, because, you know, I have to look for the Suns. You know, they want to keep that top spot. And to keep that top spot, they're going to have to probably win from here on out. Or if they lose one, or not lose no more than one. Because, you know, the Jazz have got an easier schedule to end the season with. And, you know, it's them and the Jazz pretty much for that one spot. And that's the big reason I like the Jazz, or like the Suns tonight, to win by this 1 point.
All right, James Clark here, going to go here with the Phoenix Suns. And you know what, James, looking at this game, it's hard to argue that point. And I was looking exactly at that same scenario where you could have, let's just say, Phoenix and Utah happen to meet in the Western Conference Final. I know Clipper fans and Laker fans may not agree, but if they do, we're looking at probably around the middle of June. And that's about a month and a half away, and who knows what the stadium capacities could be. Heck, the governor can say for those states, hey, we're going to let 80% capacity in. And then you have home court advantage, and that's when you'll feel it, that period in 90 days from now.
Yeah, you know, it's a big thing because the big what ifs is going on right now. You know, you're getting a few fans. You know, like you said, time June, it could be 80%, or you never know. I mean, a lot of states are lifting the mask. It could be 100%. Which would be awesome for everybody. So, you know, everybody's still trying to shoot for that home court advantage throughout the playoffs, and that's the reason I like the Suns here.
Yeah, I can't argue that point. Phoenix Suns -1 against the Atlanta Hawks, and of course, this game will get going on here at 8 Eastern time. And you can watch it over in NBA League Pass channel. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spin, where you're doing fantastic work, as we can see here. 1,700 units of profit in the NBA document. We got a good card tonight from the NBA. We got some baseball. What do you have going on over at the site?
Tony, I got a 5-pack. It's got 4 NBA games that I really love and 1 MLB game. You know, go grab that. You know, I have done, as you see, pretty good on in the NBA this year. You know, went over 1,700 units. You know, some of the big bettors. You know, that's 17,000. You know, regular bettors at 1,700. So, you know, if you want to grab me tonight, and after I go 5-0, you know, upgrade to 3-7 or 30, or you know, team me up with any of the cappers, you know, on the show. You know, I always say we do got the best cappers in the world, and we do. You know, Mitch is real hot. Rob's hot. I mean, Big Al is the number 1. Little Al, you know, number 1 in NHL. You get 2 different sports. You know, Trey Young, any of us, any of the cappers out there, man. Just, you know, come and, you know, grab me. And I also got, you know, that season-long pass for NBA. You know, get it now. You'll get tomorrow's games. If you get it right now, you'll get today's games until we crown championship. $350, you're looking at about almost 3 months of basketball, and I'll at least have 3 to 5 games pretty much every day in the NBA.
That's right, guys. Getting on board here with James Clark over at Pick Dogs Premium. As you can see here, the record here, 1,700 units of profit, documented number 1 over the side. He has his NBA end of the season pass right now going on. Of course, get on board with that. You'll get every play that James Clark releases over at Pick Dogs Premium from the NBA, including playoffs. You can go that route or go for one of those 3/7/30 sports passes. That'll be every play that James releases on the site for that period of time. All right, James, as always, great having you on the show. Enjoy the rest of your evening and continue that success, and we'll talk with you possibly tomorrow. You're on tomorrow.
All right. Appreciate you, Tony. I want to give a shout-out to my son. Happy birthday. He turned 6 today, so happy birthday, Titus. Daddy loves you, buddy.
All right. Birthday to Titus from everyone here at Pick Dogs and our chat community. All right. Have a great night. Enjoy that birthday party. We'll talk with you soon. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru, and we're going to go ahead and bring in Chris Ruffolo on. Let's hope he's camera ready, is he? Yeah, he's a professional. He's on camera ready. Shouldn't have even asked. All right, let's continue on here with the show, and let's go ahead and welcome. Go to Las Vegas, Nevada, and welcome Joe D'Amico. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premium, doing really good work this year in the NBA. You see him at top of the leaderboards there. So let's go ahead and bring in Joe D'Amico right now, as he's coming from Vegas. Where it's starting to warm up in Vegas, Joe.
Absolutely, Tony. I'm telling you right now, it's 90 degrees in Vegas. Once again, thank God you're not shooting full body because I'm not wearing pants. I'm in a swimsuit. I am very excited. We've gotten a few more weeks. Chris likes that. A few more weeks. We've got NBA playoffs. I'm very excited about the NBA. We're full swing. Got a full month of baseball in the books behind us. NHL playoffs right around the corner. It's just a great time of year for all those people out there that are loyal fans to Pick Dogs. And if this is your first time here, you found a home because you're not going to find a better lineup anywhere on the planet.
Absolutely. No doubt about that. All right, Joe, game tonight will be the Yankees and Astros MLB Extra Innings channel. Yanks are favorite here, $1.35. Total sits here at 9.5.
Absolutely. Tony, Chris, if you don't mind, though, the last Pick Dog show, the drive-through show, I had another free pick winner. The record is at 53-22, and as Tony just mentioned, sports fans, tonight's winner takes place in the Bronx where the Yankees host the Astros. Currently about $1.30-$1.35 favorite. Guys, to me, in my opinion, baseball is the streakiest of all sports, and right now, New York is streaking. It's not because I'm a New Yorker, because I'm a Las Vegan for 31 years. The accent doesn't go. Even though I am a Yankee fan, this is not with my heart. This is with my head, guys. This is a team that's won 4 in a row, 6 of their last 7. Why do you ask? Because they're getting healthy, and their big payroll lineup is starting to hit. Houston has been hit or miss, no pun intended, since opening day. Right-hander Garcia, a very low ERA of 2.70. However, he is 0-3. Now, run support has been an issue, but the guy only averages 4.0 innings pitched per outing. The mighty bats of the Bronx Bombers are going to light them up like it's an early 4th of July here. The Astros, 2-5 the last 7 on the road, 4-10 the last 14 at Yankee Stadium. Sports fans, take New York here. You'll once again take your bookmakers' money.
All right, Joe D'Amico here on the Yankees, minus 135 against the Houston Astros. All right, Chris, what say you here? Astros here, looking at them, they're going opposite direction. They're losers of 2 straight.
Yeah, and to me, this is all about the pitching matchup. I just see, Jordan Montgomery. He's not my favorite Yankees pitcher, but he's still pitching well. And the Yankee bats, it's nice to see Giancarlo Stanton actually consistently connecting with the ball instead of leading the team in strikeouts. The same token, Houston, they have lost a couple in a row, but this is still a competent offensive lineup. I was looking more at the over here. I just think that, the pitching matchup, I think we do see double-digit runs by the end of this. First, the side goes to lean towards the Yankees, based on form, but I'd say my more confident play is the over here.
Looking at the over here, but man, you get over, you're going to need a lot of runs from that Yankee line, or maybe if you get them off Montgomery, but that Yankee bullpen has been performing well this year. All right, Joe, you're on the Yankees minus 135. In this one, top of the hour, it begins. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium, where you're doing fantastic work here in the NBA. 820 units profit. And that is all documented. If you go to the site, check out his profile page. You'll see every play up there. All right, we got NBA, we got Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Tony, tonight I don't have 1, I don't have 2, I don't have 3. 4 big winners on the Pick Dogs board. 2 in MLB, my home run play, my coveted home run play, my 66% crusher play in the NBA, my legendary best bet, my 45-13-1 Vegas Insider moves. Sports fans, as you know, as Tony mentioned, since the season began, one of the highest percentage winners in the NBA on the planet. Guys, I don't even know if Mitch knows yet. I posted a special where you can receive all of my pro basketball winners from today, straight through the final buzzer of the NBA Finals for just $179. That counts games of the month, games of the year. You get everything right here at Pick Dogs. And as James mentioned before me, not at Pick Dogs do you pay expensive for 2-for-1. Here in Vegas, you got to pay extra for 2-for-1. That's an inside joke. But Pick Dogs, very, very inexpensive. Two great handicappers. You can't go wrong picking Joe D and anybody else on the board. Trust me, you will make money while we save you money, and it's just as good. Those 2-for-1s are dynamite. I personally am going to buy myself and maybe even Big Al or James tonight because I know how hot they are.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Joe D'Amico over at Pick Dogs. From you see the numbers here, 820 units of profit that is documented. Check them out with one of those long-term passes, 3-7-30 all sports pass. When you add a capper for that 2-for-1 capper special, you get even better value there. You can, like you said, add Joe with Al McMordie, who's number one this year, over 44 units of profit. Number one in the NBA, we got James Clark, Al Ninos, whoever you do. Pick one of the cappers with Joe D'Amico, your best value there at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Joe, it's always great having you show. Have yourself a great night. Stay cool. We'll get those Yankees home, and we'll talk with you in a couple days.
Thank you, Chris, Mitch, everybody on the panel. Thank you, everybody out there. Good luck and have a winning day.
All right, have a winning day to you as well. Joe D'Amico here on the drive-thru. We'll continue on with our coverage with more free picks coming up. Before we do, just a reminder, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it gets started here with the morning show. Mitch, Ron Sawacki, and Brian at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, then we have those YouTube shows in between. The early, of course, we got the late. Of course, the late money is a very popular pass now that's available. And of course, and we're here Monday through Friday with the drive-thru at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And guys, as we always ask, give us that thumbs up, that like. We greatly appreciate it. It helps us build up our audience, Chris.
Absolutely, Tony. It does. Like we always say, where we are today is all because of, the support that we've gotten from everybody at Pick Dogs, whether it's the likes, the subscriptions, the article views. Everything helps. Everything helps us a ton. You guys are already watching the video. You just scroll down just right underneath the feed. You can just click that subscription, click the thumbs up. You don't miss anything. You still hear our lovely voices, and it doesn't cost you a thing. It helps us out more than I think anybody could realize. So keep it up, and we appreciate all the support.
Yeah, appreciate all the support, guys. Keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. All right, let's continue on here with the drive-thru. Let's welcome the number one capper documented this year over at Pick Dogs Premium. That's Al McMordie. Big Al, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. I got no complaints. It was a great weekend. We had Mandaloon in the Kentucky Derby across the board. He goes off at 26-1, and so a $100 across the board wager returned a profit of $1,520, and a lot of folks bought it here at Pick Dogs Premium, so everyone was happy, and hopefully we'll have Belmont and Preakness Stakes winners well coming up.
Absolutely. We'll be looking for Al McMordie's Preakness and Belmont there. Keep an eye over at Pick Dogs Premium. Tonight, we're looking at an NBA game as the Magic will host the Celtics. Celtics laying money on the road, laying points on the road, 11.5, total to 18.5.
Yeah, Orlando's off back-to-back upset wins over Memphis and Detroit. Boston, on the other hand, comes in off a double-digit loss to the Portland Trailblazers. And faithful followers know I love going against bad teams off wins. And if you go back to 1990, double-digit home underdogs, you don't get much worse of a team than when you're a double-digit home dog. Well, double-digit home underdogs off an upset win have covered just 34.4% of the time over the last 31 years when they're matched up against an opponent off a straight-up loss. So that doesn't bode well for the Magic in this ballgame versus Boston. Likewise, the Magic are now 0-9 ATS their last 9 and 7-22 ATS their last 29 as a home underdog off a straight-up win matched up against an opponent off a loss. And then to wrap it all up, we have the fact that Boston is now 26, 15-1 the last 42 meetings versus the Magic. We're going to lay the big number here with Boston.
All right, Dal, going to lay the number here, 11.5 with Boston Celtics against the Orlando Magic. All right, Chris, what say you here? Boston here, a team that's had their struggles, but Orlando, a team that's just playing out the string, pretty much a patchwork lineup now.
Yeah, definitely. I think we've felt that way about the Magic, since December or January, that this is a team that was probably going nowhere. And the Celtics are the better team. Haven't been playing like it lately, but I think that this is a spot. Tony, I know you said because the team needs it, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get it, but I think that Boston needs this one to sort of build some confidence. I don't see the Orlando Magic keeping this one. If I have them winning by 17 in this one, so I'll lay the points with Boston as well.
All right, agreement here. Laying the points here with Boston against Orlando Magic. This one tipping off here, top of the hour, NBA League Pass channel. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spin, where you sit number one year to date, over 4,200 units of profit. We got NBA, we got hockey, we also have baseball up on the board. What do you have going on over at the site?
Lots of stuff going on. We've got today our NHL game of the week, so don't miss that. I've got an underdog winner tonight in baseball, and we have a great play today in the NBA. So 3 big plays posted at Pick Dogs Premium. Long term now, I'm 349 and 253, my last 602. So when you win in the long term, you got to, play for a week or a month to see the profits, and you can hook me up with any of the other handicappers here at Pick Dogs Premium. And that's what we've got.
All right, guys, check out Al McMordie over at Pick Dog Trim. You see the numbers here, 4,233 units of profit, document number one for 2021. It's all transparent. Go to the site, check out Al's profile page. You'll see every pick that he's released. Get on board with Al. He's got a plays for tonight, or the best value is going long-term. That 3, 7, and 30-day All Sports Pass will get you every play that Big Al releases over at the site. Of course, you get that 30-day All Sports Pass that gets you started here with the NBA and NHL playoffs that will begin middle of the month. So get on board here with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dogs Premium. Want to add another capper for that 2-for-1? Go for it. All right, Al, as always, great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you tomorrow.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Chris. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Al McMordie here on the drive. We're already talking NBA playoffs. It's getting closer and closer, Chris.
Absolutely. It's my favorite time of the year. I can't wait for playoff action, whether it's on the ice or the hardwood. I'm excited.
All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome Ann Shorr. You'll find her over at Pick Dogs. Maybe do fantastic work here in 2021. Ann, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
I'm doing great, doing great. All right, let's take a look at the game tonight. We're looking at this T-Wolves team at home to face the Grizzlies. Grizzlies road favorites of 3.5, total 237.5.
You know, you guys were just talking about the playoffs, and, I've been obsessed with it as well, and especially when it comes down to the Western Conference. I seem like I have this this trend where I've been on the drive-through, which we've been doing very well, 7-1 the last 8 Wednesdays I've been on here, and I've been really into this Western Conference a lot lately, so this is one of the games I'm looking at tonight. Overall, you have the Timberwolves. They've been doing very well, and so a lot of people are leaning towards them, and you can watch the line's been going up and down between like 3 and 4 all day. And so one of the reasons why I started to lean towards the Grizzlies on this one, I just think that Vegas is overvaluing the Grizzlies here. They're expecting a little bit too much from the Timberwolves since they have been doing well. But if you look at it, Grizzlies are 13th in defense, 13th in offense, 19th in defense. And then if you take the T-Wolves here, they're 19th in offense and 28th in defense. So they're at the bottom there. But the thing is, with this game, the Grizzlies, they're only a half a game behind right now from the Warriors to get that, for the 8th spot to make the playoffs. And so this is the game they're banking on to do well against for many reasons. When they play the Timberwolves, they seem like they just really dominate them. They do much better than them if you take their last 10 games. Now, mind you, you have Jackson Jr. He is out for tonight. So I think that's why there was a lot of action going in on the Timberwolves, and, as well as they've been playing well. But there is some sharp movement, a lot of sharp movement. I just saw that came in here late on the Grizzlies. But the last 10 games they've been away against the Timberwolves, they've gone 6-4 straight up. In that last 5, they were 5-0 against the spread. And if you reverse it, the overall 10 meetings, 2-8 against the spread for the Timberwolves. So the Grizzlies do have a lot of success playing this team. So this is a perfect situation for them. They should definitely get the win here. Coming off the Knicks, there was a lot of technical fouls in that game. I think they'll clean it up there. You have Morant, who wasn't playing his best lately, but compared, if you take the Timberwolves, they don't really have a good counter guard for this guy. So I think tonight that he'll come out, he'll do better. they're going to just wipe the slate clean, 2 losses in a row. You have the T-Wolves who had 1 loss, so I think they'll go into the 2 here. I think tonight is just a perfect spot for them to make a comeback. I really can see them winning by 5 or more in this game, so I really like – people think I'm crazy on this one here, but I love it, so I'm going to go with the Grizzlies.
All right, how can I go with Ann Shorr with her performance over at Pig Dog Stream? She's going to go here with the Memphis Grizzlies here and laying the points against the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, Chris, you look at the T-Wolves here. They've got 2 wins against Utah. They beat Golden State here over their past 5. Memphis, a little bit of a shooting slump of late. They looked a little sloppy in that game against New York. Can Grizzlies really clean it up and get the cover here?
Well, I'm not going to use the word crazy, but the good news is at least one of us will be right in this game because, unfortunately, I'm on the other side with the Timberwolves. I just think that at this point in the year, rest is going to be key, and, we got to get the Timberwolves a calendar to figure out when they actually want to start playing well because they waited till it was way too late. But, teams with at least 2 days more rest than their opponent. The last 15 meetings are 12-3 against the spread. The Timberwolves have had 3 days off. The Grizzlies are licking their wounds still after that big blowout loss to the Knicks. I think no Jaren Jackson here is going to be just a big blow for the Grizzlies to deal with. The Grizzlies might win this game, but I think it's a nail-biter till the end if they do, so I'm on the points with the Wolves here.
I like the points here with the Wolves. Of course, when you look at that line here, or the trend here, Memphis 8-1 ATS against Minnesota the past 9 games. But you know what? Minnesota's probably this is the best they probably looked in the past 4 seasons the way they played here, Ann. What do you think?
I know, guys. You know what? I've been so good with these picks lately that I made this is a free premium pick I'm giving out tonight. So I am pretty confident in this one, and it seems like everybody's on the other way, but so it just makes me want it even more. And who knows the Western Conference better than I do right now?
That's right. Picks. The way she's running, I'd say Ann's about ready to press the bets in. So get ready to see some more. We're ready to see a line move after she puts in those bets on that Memphis Grizzlies -3.5 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, Ann, let's take a look over at Pig Dog Stream, where you're doing fantastic work this season. 864 units of profit. That is all documented. A lot of NBA. We've got some hockey up there. Baseball tonight. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Oh, boy, I have a hockey pick coming out for you this week. I didn't get it in on time today, so I had one, and you know what? I'm putting in one this week. So, guys, definitely jump on my 3-day pass. We're about to go hot. You're going to get that hockey pick, which will be a nice winner for you, and we'll go 5-0 in NHL. But overall, at Pick Dogs right now, I do have a wonderful MLB play tonight. We had a winning day yesterday. I had the Cubs at +170, so I just have a really good winner. Things been going pretty well with the MLB for me, so you don't want to miss out on that.
All right, guys, get on board here with Ann Shorr over at Pig Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 864 units of profit here for this year. She's got action going on tonight. Get on board with that. You got 1-day pass, and then, of course, take those winnings, go long-term, make that upgrade to a 3, 7, or 3-day all-sports pass with Ann Shorr over at Pig Dogs Premium. You'll get every play that she releases over on the site, of course, for that period of time that you select when you visit her profile page. All right, Ann, as always, great having you. Show the chat room's with you on that pick, by the way.
Oh, good. I didn't look at the chat.
That's right. They're with you.
All Love right, well, you guys.
You've been hot. I mean, you've been delivering winners here on the show, and you get shows that they're on the premium board as well. So
I'm like, you know what? I go on. I think it was like 2 or 3 Wednesdays. I get my premium, my premium on my late night NBA will lose, and then my free pick wins. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna change this up tonight.
Absolutely, they're both gonna win.
Around.
That's right. They're both gonna win tonight. All right, Ann. Have a great night. We'll talk to you in a little bit when we do the recap.
You guys, sounds good.
All right, Ann Shorr here on the drive. Look her up over at Pig Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on with our coverage. Now it's time to welcome Shane Mickle to the program. Good NBA game tonight. He's going to look at that Wizards and Bucks game. This is one that I'm definitely going to be looking at. Let's go ahead and wire in Shane Mickle here. You'll find him over there at Pig Dogs Premium. Does also provide written content for the site as well. You can look him up there at Pig Dogs Sports Chat. Let's see if we can bring him in right now. Shane, how's it going tonight?
Good. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great. All right, here you go. You picked one of the better games of the night here. Bucks to host the Wizards. Milwaukee laying 4, total 242.5.
Yeah, the Bucks are on the second night of a back-to-back in this game, which did give me a little pause. This number's also rising, which has also given me a little pause. But I still think the over is the play here. The Bucks are have the top offense in the NBA. The Wizards have the 4th. Both these teams are in the bottom third of the league in terms of defense, and they both like to run. Looks like Giannis is going to play in this game, which is a big boost. I mean, he's been playing some of his best basketball this season coming into this game. I expect both these teams to run, very little defense, and especially I don't expect the Milwaukee Bucks defense or offense to really be hit. But I think their defense, especially in the second half, is going to really struggle. It won't be shocking to see the Wizards, put up 75 or 80 points by themselves in the second half, which will really push this game over the total. I like the over 242.5.
All right, Shane Mickle over the total here of 242.5. Wizards and Bucks. All right, Chris, looking at this one, looks like Middleton could be doubtful in this one. Hachimura out here for Washington, but you got Westbrook and Beal in, and they put up a lot of points in that game against Indiana. I think we got a frozen Chris after crossing heads. You're not going to get any opinion from Chris Ruffolo on this game, not one bit at all. So looking at this one, Shane, between these two teams, really just as you said, it's a lot of points to score here. But again, the way Washington's playing, that pace, that fierce pace they have, and of course they're catching Milwaukee on a back-to-back. You always have to worry about Antetokounmpo. Remember, he's had that knee issue, that sore knee since February. That ankle's been a problem. So why not go out there and go full out, force them to run, create that fast pace? Maybe you can get Antetokounmpo out of the lineup. For
sure, and even if Antetokounmpo comes, sits the second half or gets injured, I think that even is more, Westbrook's going to have free reign of the paint then with the layups and stuff. I think that's even more reason to like this over.
Yep, can't argue that. Over 242, it's Wizards and Bucks. You can watch this one over on NBA League Pass channel at 8 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium as we get that look of this. I don't know how to explain that from Chris Ruffolo. Right now, past 7 days, 573 units of profit. That is all documented. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I went 6-0 yesterday with an underdog winner. I just had the Means Orioles money line. I still have 5 plays left for tonight, 2 NBA, 3 MLB, including another underdog winner that I really like, 34.95 or hop on long term. Starting to heat up again, and my MLB is just starting to heat up. Let's win together.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Shane Mickle over at Pick Dogs Premium. MLB heating up. You see the numbers here, 573 units of profit over his past 7 days. That is all documented when you go and see the site. Get on board with his 1 day pass tonight. And of course, make that long-term pass. That's the best value there. 3, 7, and 30-day pass. You get every play that Shane releases at the site. You set the terms when you make the purchase over there at the profile page at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Shane, it's always great having you show. You left Chris speechless. What can I say?
I'm sure he had the under.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I think he was about ready to say it on the under. Have yourself a great night, and we'll talk with you. Tomorrow. You're on tomorrow. That's right.
Sounds good. See you guys tomorrow.
All right, Shane Mickle here on the drive-through. All right, well, I'm going to fly here solo until Chris can get his senses back. And as a matter of fact, it was time for his break, so I think he left early on his break is what he did. Hope he clocked out when he did that. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Now it's time to welcome El Ninos. We're going to go to Skype right now and bring in El Ninos. Let's see what Chris said. I just got a text from him. He's having some tech issues. He'll be back in a couple. All right. I'm sure he's not going to fix the tech issues during his break, so we'll probably get to him in a little bit. So let's continue on here on the drive-through and welcome Al Ninos. You'll find him at Pick Dog Premium. Al, how's it going?
Doing pretty good. I guess Chris is taking going Swiss to a whole new level there instead of button heads, just cutting off. That's one way to do it, I guess. Yeah, he's tied to button heads with Shane, I guess. But yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. All right, you're looking at one of the popular games of the night here, Nuggets and the Knicks. This one here, beginning 9 Eastern time, NBA League Pass channel. Nuggets laying 3.5, total 215.5.
Yeah, it should be a pretty good game, and make sure you shop around for this line because I do see a lot of 4s out there. Both these teams have been pretty hot. The Knicks coming off that win against the Grizzlies, 118-104. That was their 3rd straight win and 9th win in their last 10 games. They've also been great against the spread, so yeah, definitely a lot of value in those points there, especially if you can get that 4, as I do see this being a 1-possession game, if not a New York upset, outright upset here. So yeah, as I said, Denver's been playing well too, but it's still been hard for me to back them since Jamal Murray went down, and not been any easier without Will Barton in the lineup. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking at the Knicks here. If you're only getting 3.5, I would definitely look more towards that money line at 4. I'd probably split my bet and go both ways. I think there's a lot of value both on the points and the money line here.
Yeah, no, I can't argue that there with the Knicks at the plus points. Shopped for the best number here. I know when I look at the Denver side, I'm always concerned with the guard play. No Barton. No one talks about Morris. He was a backup point guard. Now you got PJ Dozier out who contributes, so there's a lot of people missing here. I don't know if you caught this. I don't know if it was a joke or anything, but Jokic had a sore toe. Did you see it? Did you see him? He was expected to play with probably said sore toe. So with the sore, they're putting you on the injury report with a sore toe these days.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine though. Obviously you can never be too sure these days, but I'm expecting Jokic to play here. So my play is on the Knicks, with Jokic in the lineup, obviously. And it looks like Dozier's out as well. Yeah, as you said, Nuggets really banged up here. Knicks are also dealing with some injuries, but I just think they're the hungrier team here. They're playing definitely the most surprising team in the NBA this year. And I don't see why we jump off them here.
Now, something that's changed on my screen is Noel. He was really questionable, but now I'm showing likely to play. So that's big if he's able to get in there. So Noel now moves to likely. I think we need to change our terminology here with these injury reports. I like when they got very unlikely, toss up, likely. He's in the likely category here. Is Noel in this one? Agreement here with the Knicks plus 3.5 against the Denver Nuggets. All right, Al, you're doing fantastic work in the NHL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got a couple different packages there. I got my best NHL, NBA, and MLB play all in one pack. Got a different pack with a few more NHL and MLB plays, so it's all about what you're looking for, how much you're looking for, and obviously I got each best play from each sport separately as well if you're just into one sport. And obviously the best deal is always 2-for-1 cappers to grab the season-long pass for the NHL. And as I said, the 2-for-1, pair me up with a hot capper doing great in another sport, whatever you're looking for. A lot of different options for you at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the numbers here, 795 units of profit, NHL 2021 document number 1. He's got the NHL end of the season pass. He's had it priced for $300. You get every play that Al releases in the NHL up until the final game of the Stanley Cup Finals. Or if you want to go with that 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass, you'll get every play that Al releases for that period of time that you select. He's also part of that 2-for-1 capper special. So get on board here with Al Ninos there at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, Al, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a great night. Stand by because you never know when you get that email saying we need you on the show.
Always looking forward to that email, Tony. We'll see you whenever you need me.
All right, Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. All right, we're going to do a hard cam switch over to Chris to see if he's camera ready, see if he's back. Let's see if he had a couple of breaks, a long break, and he's back in action again. All right, Chris, you changed locations and you changed T-shirts as well, so there might have been a little accident there or something.
Hey, easy with the word accident, okay? Someone clearly didn't want me to give out any of those picks, so I'll take it at that. But that's okay.
All right, no problem. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru here with Chris Ruffolo, and we're going to go ahead and Chris is up to the plate right now. And let's take a look at your game for tonight. We've got the Phillies and the Brewers here. Brew Crew favorite $1.32, total 7.5.
Well, I can still hear Tony chuckling in the background, so that's going to set up great. But, guys, we got plenty of young pitchers in this game. Justin Dunn, Sandy Alcantara, and I think young pitchers that we're going to have to keep an eye out for. We're going to have to add Freddie Peralta to that list. This is a guy that's got elite strikeout potential. Since, this season alone, you're looking at some of the numbers that this guy is putting up. He's striking out batters at almost a 40% clip, and against a swing-happy Phillies team that's top 6 in the league in strikeout rate this season, striking out on almost 27% of their plate appearances. And they're also only hitting .221 against right-handed pitching this season. I can't help it. I'm going to tell you guys right now, Freddie Peralta is one of my favorite pitchers to even back, whether it's, with trends behind him or without. There's certain pitchers that you have to just back, and I think Freddie Peralta is one of those guys. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a spoiler alert. This is my premium for the MLB tonight. I love this play that much. Guys, take the Brewers with confidence against the Phillies team, like I said, that is swing happy, that is going to have a hard time against Peralta tonight. I think the Brewers get the job done, and we're getting a very, very good price with Peralta as well on the road. So I'm on the Brewers in this one.
All right, Chris here. Brewers minus 132 against the Philadelphia Phillies in this one. And again, I agree with you on this one. I've looked at Peralta pitch, and boy, he's been right. He has good control this year, right around the strike zone, fooling hitters. A lot of takes because you can tell that they're getting fooled by the movement in his pitches. He's got pretty good movement this year.
Yeah, and I mean, like I mentioned, the strikeout rate. You even go back to 2020. Only Jacob deGrom, Cy Young winner Shane Bieber, and Corbin Burns, who's also on the same Milwaukee staff, have a better strikeout rate since the beginning of the 2020 season. He's striking out almost 39% of batters. I mean, this guy has got some great stuff. And I just think that, you look, I didn't even mention who's on the other end. Chase Anderson, yes, he went a little bit deeper into the game in his last start. He made it into the sixth inning, which only Aaron Nola has done for the Phillies for the better part of this season. But I just think he's in trouble tonight. I think Peralta is just a better pitcher. We're getting a great price, like I said. Brewers have to be the play here.
Yeah, Brewers are the play. I want to take a look at the lineup. I think Harper has been listed as out for this one. Bryce Harper, I believe, is out in this game. I'm looking at the lineups here for the Phillies, and I do not see Harper in the lineup. So it looks like and it's a confirmed lineup right now. So no Harper there. So take a bat out of that lineup. All right, agreement here with the Brewers, minus 132 against the Philadelphia Phillies. And of course, you'll be able to watch this one here on MLB Extra Innings channel, and this one will begin at the top of the hour. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pig Dogs Premium, where tonight we got a lot of baseball, some basketball. You're in the profitable side here from the NBA for the season. What do you have going on over the site?
Well, tonight it's Whale Bet Wednesday. 5 of my biggest plays. You guys already have one of them now with the Milwaukee Brewers, but still 4 more top plays for tonight. I got 2 on the ice and 2 in the NBA as well. And you can see down there the numbers, plus 131. Or the last 90 days, we're almost hitting at plus 1,000 units, hitting at almost 60%. So trust me, like I said, this is where we're going to start making money in the home stretch. And once the playoffs roll around, we're going to start chipping away. I can tell you right now, I think you're going to start seeing me climb that leaderboard in the NBA as well as in the NHL down the stretch. So check out those season passes. But guys, the 3-day, 7-day, 30-day passes, that's going to get you everything. That's not going to just get you one sport. And as opposed to paying for packages every day, it's going to save you money in the long term, as well as the 2-for-1 capper deal. Guys, the opportunities for you are endless over at Pick Dogs. Go check them out, check me out, and let's make you some money.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Chris Ruffolo over at Pick Dogs Premium, showing some good profits here in the NBA. He's doing great work. You can check him out on the profile page because all the picks are documented. They're transparent for you to check out. He's part of that 2-for-1 capper special. You can pair Chris up with Big Al McMordie. You want to match him up here with number 1 in the NBA, James Clark. You pick the capper with that 2-for-1 capper special. Great value there. 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Reminder, guys, keep those thumbs up, those likes coming in. We greatly appreciate it because it helps us grow our audience. And if you missed any of the picks, we're going to recap them at the end of the show. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Time to welcome Mitch on the show. You'll find him at Pick Dogs Premium. He's also part of the YouTube Premium. Morning shows every day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. What don't you do, Mitch?
I don't know. There's a whole lot of Mitch going on out there.
Yeah, certainly is. All right, Mitch, so let's take a look here at the game you're looking at tonight from Major League Baseball. And we've got the Royals facing the Indians. Royals about $1.58, total sits at 7.
I think we have a Royals team that's in a straight regression pattern here, and I think it's time to fade as early as possible and as often as possible. And the better the prices we can get on them is the better. And, Bieber, not always going to get good prices with him on the mound, but, I mean, he should be minus about 2.25 here or more than that. So this is one of the ones for the parlay players. Throw this one in your parlay. I had the Indians last night, and we saw a Royals meltdown in that one as well. And I just think, the Royals fought the good fight. Every year we have some teams that start the season hot that aren't supposed to do much, and the Royals kind of were that team this season. I think in this one we go the opposite way. We take the Cleveland Indians and Shane Bieber.
All right, going with Bieber and that good bullpen here from Cleveland Indians against KC, a team that is starting to fade. Bullpen is starting to fade as well. All right, Chris, what say you in this one?
Yeah, I think for me, the only KC pitcher I want to back going forward is Duffy. It may or may not have a future on him as the AL Cy Young winner. But, I agree. I think that you're getting a great price with Shane Bieber here. The Indians are going to have to start playing better. They've gotten off to a slow start, but this is what we're going to start seeing over the course of the season, I think Mitch is right. I think the Royals are going to start to regress. So I'll take the Indians as well.
All right, give me here on the Indians minus 158 against the Royals. And, of course, this one will begin at 8 p.m. Eastern time from Kansas City. All right, Mitch, what do you have going on over tonight at Pig Dogs Premium?
I still have 2 baseball picks left. One of my games is already off. I got the Cardinals in the early game here with Kim against the Mets. It was the first game of my MLB 3-pack. If you grab my 3-day, you'll get both of my other picks for today as well. But my first pick was the Cardinals, and they got out of that bases-loaded jam, allowing just 1 run. So still hanging on to a 2-1 lead here with a runner on third with 1 out. So see if they can squeeze another run across for us. But baseball being very, very good to me recently. I started the season down 2,200 units in the first week, and that means I am up over 3,000 units in the last 3 weeks.
All right, fantastic work there. And of course, Mitch, I know we talked about the YouTube premium shows. You just added that late money show.
Yeah, we added the late money show. We're having fun with it, and I think what we're doing is, as everything we always do here at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place, it's always a work in progress, and we're going to figure it out. The first show already doesn't look like the third show, and I always say this, it's one of my philosophies, and Chris and Tony both of us work together forever. If you're not embarrassed by what you were doing 6 months ago, then you're not doing it right. If you're not looking back 6 months ago and saying, man, did we come a long way since then you haven't done, then you're not doing it right. It's like good enough is never going to be good enough for us. And it's working, so why change anything is not in my vocabulary. We're always pressing forward. We did it here on the drive-thru. I think Tony had about 8 different co-hosts before we settled on Chris. Round 2, but it's the same thing on our live shows, on our premium shows. We're always mixing and matching, always changing things, and you're going to see some very, very drastic changes coming up in the next couple of weeks in both our regular video and in our live video production. And we're still going to have this same unprofessional attitude going in. Probably not going to make a lot of friends, but it's going to look a lot better, and that is important to some people. But I think that a lot of people, they'll be like, well, man, why do I pay for this if you're doing all this for free or whatever? Well, you'll know that I always put the money back in. I'm not one of those guys. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and cry poverty, but a lot of that comes from Jim Moore Jr. and Andrew Kashner and people like that. It doesn't really come from doing the other stuff. That stuff just pays the bills, and what you'll see is exactly where that money goes into. And you guys are going to be very excited by what that will bring as well.
That's right, guys. So check out all the happenings over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, tune in to Mitch every morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. He really lets you know what's happening, not only with the picks on the show, but what's going on with the site and the changes he makes on the show. All right, Mitch, as always, great having you show. Have yourself a great night. We'll catch you on the drive-thru next week, but we'll tune in tomorrow at 10:30 as we do every day in the morning.
It's good. Should be a good one. We got a short card tomorrow, but we're never short on value. Finding those dogs. Yeah, I think that one thing I wanted to say is that a lot of other sites are listing their records as wins and losses, and we don't do that. We list it as units. And I think when you look at the baseball leaders and you look at the way the baseball money has gone this season, you can clearly see that there's a big difference between a winning record and winning money. And I don't know how many games below 500 I am. I can look at the leaderboard real quickly and take a look. But you can see the top people on the board, a lot of these guys are below 500. So it's just a matter of picking the right teams in baseball. You don't have to win every game. I am 70 and 78 plus almost 900 units. So it can happen.
Yep, it can happen with those plus underdogs there, picking the right underdogs. That's exactly right. All right, Mitch, great having a show. Good, have yourself a great night. We'll tune in tomorrow at 10:30.
Thanks, everyone. Let's make it a winning night.
Winning night here. Mitch here on the drive-thru. I will continue on here with our coverage, joined by Chris. Now it's time for my pick, and then we'll do the show recap. So let's go ahead and take a look at the game for tonight. I'll go ahead and put up the game information. We'll be looking here at the Nationals to host the Braves, 7 Eastern time. Braves $1.33. Total sits here 8.5. And I'm going to go here with the Washington Nationals with my show pick for tonight, plus 122. And, of course, Eric Fedde is getting the start. The right-hander has shown improvement, 6 earned runs allowed with 24 strikeouts his past 4 starts. He's put in over 20 innings of work there. Max Fried comes off the DL after that hamstring injury to get the start Freed's been crushed in 3 starts for 15 runs, 14 earned in 11 innings, and teams are hitting 4-11 against him. And he's been hurt by the home run ball. The Braves opened this series losing 4 straight. Of course, their pitching staff was crushed, giving up 35 runs back then. Nationals, well, they've been playing well. They're hitting .302 against left-handers, and that's the big thing there facing Fried here is the way they hit lefties. I'm going to go ahead and take the Nationals plus 122, Chris.
Yeah, this was a game that I gave a strong look to, but I was leaning towards the over here for a bunch of the reasons that you already named. I mean, Eric Fede going for the Nationals, I believe he's 1-6 in his career with an ERA up over 6 against the Braves. And Max Fried, coming off the hamstring, and even he was pseudo healthy. So like you said, an ERA up around 11. He is not the same pitcher that we saw last season. I think this is going to be a game that hits double digits, potentially by the 6th or 7th inning. So I'm on the over in this one.
All right, Chris, looking the over. I'm looking at Nationals plus 122 here against the Braves, and this one starts at the top of the hour, 7 Eastern time. Guys, I have a 4-pack right now. I had a 5-pack, but I had Baltimore that came in. I made it a 4-pack, repurposed that. Check me out over at Pick Dogs Premium. 2 NBA, 2 MLB right now on the board. Of course, I'm also part of that 2-for-1 capper special. I have a 3, 7, and 30 all sports pass, so check me out over there at Pick Dogs Premium. All right, let's continue on here with the show. Now it's time to go ahead and do the show recap. And, of course, join us here is Anna Shorr. Will she unmute? We'll find out. And we started the show here with James. Here I am. Excellent. We started the show with James.
I told you.
I know. You were right. You had it. You were right. You were right. James Clark said Suns -1 against the Hawks. Joe D'Amico, Yankees -135 against Astros. Al McMordie, Celtics -11.5 against Magic. And Grizzlies -3.5 against Timberwolves. Shane Mickle, Wizard Bucks over 242.5. Ninos, Knicks plus 3.5, not minus, plus 3.5 against the Nuggets. Chris was on the Brewers -132 against the Phillies. Mitch, Indians -158 against the Royals. Yours truly, Nats plus 122 against the Braves. We'll start with Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Tony, you know how this normally operates for me. I can't pick between these two. I gotta agree with James and Al. I like them both. Those are both at the top of my list tonight. I love those two.
All right, agreement there with James and Al. All right, and other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I'm actually going to go with yours, Tony, tonight. One thing I know you didn't mention is, so this is the out of all the bets today in MLB, this is the second highest right here for number of people betting on, and there's like over 90% of the money is over on the Braves. So I like yours. I definitely think that's really good. Get an extra $22 for $100. Can't go wrong.
All right, and on the Nets as well. All right, I'm going to go here with Ninos' pick on the Knicks plus 3.5 against the Nuggets. Like the way they're shooting. I just think that those guards that are hurt, and of course, I know Jokic got that sore toe. I mean, if it's bad enough to put it on the injury report, we'll see how it goes there. But Noel, I like the fact that he's likely to play. That's a big key there for me agreeing here with Al Ninos on the Knicks plus 3.5. All right, that'll do it for another edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do this all over again. I have a full book, 8 cappers on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the primetime games. And remember, it all gets started 10:30 a.m. Eastern time with the morning show. You got Mitch, Rod Zawacki, Brian Biller, so tune in. Let's take a look at our group for tonight. We're going to send you off with some winners. Wave yourself good nights, and we'll talk with you guys tomorrow.